just watching The Sopranos and eating spaghetti. That's all I did, you know.
Eating spaghetti.
Then you kind of gradually move on to, I guess we'll go for a walk, and before you know it, you're at markets feeding elephants bananas, and you're thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, life's all
I
right.
do like feeding elephants bananas, like not in a cage, like out in the wild. I fucking dig that.
Yeah, I dig that a lot. The elephant feeding.
I don't like
Does
elephant riding though. I think that's a cunty thing to do.
yeah. I'm not really in for the riding. There's a whole bunch of elephant, I suppose sanctuary is the word that you might use it for, where it's basically just a family that have ended up adopting an elephant and they do everything they can just to keep it fed all day.
Yeah, they have the same thing here. It's like
Yeah.
it was supposed to be my elephant hustle. Like this elephant was supposed to bring in like a lot of money, but but no one fucking figured that those things shit like like this much, and they eat a shit ton, and you've got to actually work full time to feed enough to, and then they fall in love with the elephant because they're really nice animals, and they can't fucking get rid of it. Classic time. Oh, it's a family member now.
Well, well, exactly. Yeah, you can't eat it. We had a giant turtle come to our house once, and my wife was terrified, that people would eat it. And we had to hide this giant turtle before we could smuggle it out and get it to a river by a temple.
Yeah, because turtles taste pretty good, dude.
You
I'm not
turned
saying I
native
haven't eaten an endangered turtle while I've been in Thailand.
crocodile, but not turtle, as you know. But hey,
I enjoy crocodile. Tastes like chicken.
yeah, well, yeah, it looks like chicken as well, really.
It's half chicken, half fish. That's what it tastes like.
There we go. I think that accounts for just about everything.
Mm.
So there's no Maurizio today.
Yes.
Me and you are here driving. I,
Well,
uh,
good stuff to fucking talk about for once.
there
Oh,
is, there is,
why don't you go
yeah.
first, man?
Okay. So let's have a look at this then. So we're going to start on the daily chart today. Okay. So from our recent retest of this downtrend, we have just had pretty much a clear shot up from here. We had
So
a
it's behaving right. It's respecting it. It's acting right. It's looking like a duck. It's quacking like a duck.
it really is. So we're getting these lovely big candles, then we're just getting these very small pullbacks, very small indeed. Another big candle. We're then daily closing with, like you said, like what's the perfect thing to happen? We break through this. You'll see this line better on the weekly chart in a minute. So that downtrending line, what do we want to do? Well, we want to break through it, then we want to close above it. And we're doing that in a single candle. And then we're at the middle of the range. No real pullback when we get to the middle of the range. And now if
And
we
the volatility is still dropping, man. It's still looking just like a steady, like an amble, slow-paced walk up to the starting gate. It doesn't look like we're busting out all our nuts before we get to where we want to go.
yeah, this is really nice. And if we take all of that we looked at, or at least the last 7 days, and then we have a look on the weekly,
That looks nice. That looks, boy, that looks better.
it looks amazing, doesn't it? Because
Amazing.
that close, that weekly close, you can say, right, phase one of this breakout from this downtrending line here, which is significant. It's been for months, it's been
It means
running.
that the 6 months of bullshit that we've got like we called an end to the 6 months of bullshit about a month ago, and that's been right. But this is the
Mhm.
first real evidence that we were right.
Yeah, yeah. And this is all sorry. So this is like we've had the nice amble up to the starting gate. Now this feels like we're just getting into the paddock and we're kind of getting ready. And it sets us up for the next move. Now, this blue line that I've put in there, that is just about the date of the election. If I'm wrong by a day, shoot me afterwards. So that's Monday, the 4th of November.
Okay, so now I think we should dig into that. We have
Mhm.
significant election risk. We have Trump is much more pro crypto than the other bitch. So the market should predictably tank if he loses.
Mhm.
Briefly, like Kamala's modified her policies so that she's not anti-crypto anymore, but Trump is just like pro-crypto. You can do what you fucking want. Like, let's all steal money off everyone. I'll go first. Watch me. Um,
Yeah.
that world financial bullshit that he launched. I mean, what a fuck. You can't sell your coin in the fine print. 75% goes to Trump and his family members, and you can't sell your coins for a year. Like, well, yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
It is. If you get to write the legislation, that's a lovely deal.
Yeah. No one should buy that Trump coin. If you do buy that Trump coin, you're a fucking idiot. Like, if you want Trump beta, there's easier ways to play it.
Yeah. I think that's more for the Trump worshippers. That other one. So now it's a case of, well, okay, then what would we expect to happen next? What would we like to see, and what are the probabilities of it happening? So I think that if we start with, say, well, what's the technical thing that could happen here? And that would be a retest. We've had this breakout now. We've had a weekly close above this line. Do we need to retest any of the lows? I don't know. It's always possible, but I think I'm going to shake my stick around still around the 30% that we need to come down and maybe retest that line. If we do, I don't think it'll be volatile. So
I don't think that's true at all, dude. I think, I think you've got PTSD from 6 months of slop, and you just can't see past the fact that once slop ends, it's a whole new ballgame.
I've still got the car in timid gear at the moment.
You're a fucking pussy when it comes to this sometimes. No, but everyone. So this is very important, and I'm not calling Ian a pussy because he's not. One of the biggest problems with investing, one of the root cause mistakes, is people expecting things to be a slightly different version of the future they've just had. And you see it in housing, you see it in bonds, you see it in gold, you see it every market in stocks. Everyone expects stocks to be a slightly different version of the stock market we've already had.
Mm-hmm.
Things are not slightly different versions. Things change. The real question is, who's left after the 6 months of bullshit that we just sat through? Are they pussies or are they the hardcore? So you sat through a 70% decline in your altcoins. You're back halfway to there. Bitcoin's at all-time highs, and you're gonna fucking sell out? The fuck you are. Like the fuck you are. You're actually not. Like you for once, the shit's going your way. No one's gonna pussy out. No one's gonna sell their shit.
So one thing I'd like to look at now is I'd like to go to the Bitcoin dominance, and let's have a look at it on a slightly higher time frame. And then I'll start with your analogy, which I think is the good fit here. So we'll have a look at the altcoin market cap in a minute by comparison. So the point I'm trying to make here is that Bitcoin is the hottest girl on campus, and it's sucking the money. Like right now, right this moment now, altcoins are not going to pump because the money's going to follow Bitcoin. And if we look, I know that, and I want to get this right about looking back to the past to predict the future. So it's not a prediction I'm looking for. It's like, well, it's happened 3 times like this in the past, that when we reach this level, something happens. We reach this level, something happens. This level, something happens. Oh, we're at this level again. I can't say this will happen, but it's happened 4 times in the past. So that would then...
I think that's drawing a pretty long. I think Bitcoin's going up for good reasons. I think Bitcoin's fairly priced. I think the thing that I draw from that is that Bitcoin sucked the air out of the room. So the corollary is that the alts that aren't complete garbage are probably underpriced.
There we go. There
That's
we go.
probably the very weak inference that I draw from that.
Interesting. Because with that inference, if we were to look at, say, Woo, for example, on the monthly chart, we would see that Woo is still very much in an accumulation range at the macro.
Had a good day today.
Yeah.
Had it today. It had a very good day.
I think it has pumped up a bit from there. So there's still cheap coins going around. So yeah, so just to bring my little thing, going back to Bitcoin then.
I mean, that looks great.
I mean, it does, doesn't it? The old resistance flipped into new support, and it's 8 months now. And
that's a 4-year trading range we're coming out of here. This isn't some like fucking 3-week flag.
So yeah, I think that the price of Bitcoin is going to keep on rising. It's going to keep being the hottest girl on campus, and we've got this election volatility that could happen. And I think that we're going to need to see some kind of pullback in Bitcoin to really kickstart the next alt season. Like, I think we've got a few more weeks of Bitcoin just being the leader and alts trying to catch up, but that lag, being too far apart.
Yeah, I mean, look, it looks good to me. The thing that causes me worry is the election risk. I think. Well, what do you like in terms of individual coins here? I don't particularly. I mean, I think it all looks good, but I think it's a time to be a bit riskier than Bitcoin here.
Yeah, Bitcoin was good for dollar cost averaging about 2 weeks ago when you could have got in on that wick. But yeah, there's plenty of other things that are pumping. I think a few weeks ago we said, look, the altcoin market cap is breaking out of its macro downtrending range, so it's breakout trades that we're going to look for. So the coins that have been the market leaders so far, like Sol, like those are the coins to always start with. The fastest horses out the gate. It might take a few years. I've been repeatedly told this, but eventually it sinks in, and you're like, right, okay, then which coin are the fastest off the banks?
Well, which coins are the fastest off the gate? A couple of weeks ago, we did a seminar on it, and we said that what did we like? We liked PopCat, we liked ENA, we liked Pendle, we liked Tau, and what else did we like?
I think Sui was on that list.
And Sui, yeah.
Yeah.
And, if we look and see how those fucking things have done, okay. So what's at the top of the list since this is the most recent lows? What's the strongest performing coin since the recent lows? The strongest performing coins when we picked them a couple of weeks ago were these ones. And what a fucking surprise. The strongest coins are still Mog, PopCat, Tau, Sui, Pendle, and ENA. What a fucking surprise. This is not a time to overthink things. Like you can see already that the winners are breaking out compared to the also rounds. Mm-hmm. Anything that's in your portfolio that's below here, God help anyone who holds ADA, Polkadot, Lever, CVX. If you're holding these need to go. They're like, these are giving you an STD right now. They're making your dick itchy every second you hold them. Going to start dribbling soon. It's bad, very bad.
Especially if you bought them 4 years ago at the highs.
Any such cases? Remember our great friend, the tough guy with his life savings in ADA NFTs.
Yeah.
What a lovely man.
Yeah. Mm.
Such a tough guy. He fought the people he fought in the golden era of kickboxing and the golden era of Muay Thai. He
Mhm.
fought John Wayne Parr. He fought Buakaw. Got his ass kicked by him, but like fuck, I
Yeah.
couldn't stand and bang with those guys any day of my life.
No. But he did love his ADA NFTs. You need to get the wallet here. I'm
Build
okay.
100 bridges and you suck one cog. You're not a bridge builder anymore. Either NFTs or NFTs in general are unsafe in any dose.
That's it. I mean, the game now is just the Francis Ngannou game. Don't fumble the bag. That man did not fumble the bag, and that's all we got to do is not fumble the bag now. Like we've had months and months and months and months of reaccumulation. We have had
Yeah, you've had plenty of time, and your
you know,
number one risk is not being allocated enough to the industry that you followed religiously for the last 6 months of getting cock punched every single day.
yeah.
And now it's time to make it all back. And believe me, we're going to make it all back tenfold in a couple of months. And your number one risk here is that you'll mid-curve it and go, oh, it's time to bank profits. Oh, it's gone up too high. I'm going to try and sell out and rebuy lower. Don't fucking do that. That's like you've got to be right every single time. You're going to pick this, and then you're going to pick that, and then you're going to pick this, and you're going to flip out to this one, and then you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. You won't do a shit, buddy.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I barely touched my portfolio over the last couple of weeks. Oh, one thing I did buy, I bought this bullshit Skibidi just now. Let's look at that. It's a 2-day-old coin. This is what the daily chart looks like. Super risky. What did I buy? I bought like 8 SOL worth of it. That's about the amount you want to buy of these dumb things. You know, it's a 200K market cap coin. It could get to $1 million. It could get to $1 million bucks if I get a 5x on that. I'm happy with $4,000 for today, and I'll be out the door. That's
Nice.
it.
Very nice. So notice one thing to notice there is Scott said market cap. So a lot of these main coins are not price action, they're market cap and their narratives. This is what drives.
Okay, so let's dig into that a little bit. So you can't really do technical analysis on these coins, and let me show you why. Okay, let's take a 1-minute chart of fucking Mitch. There it is. It looks nice. Watch this. You want Mitch to go down? Have we got any Mitch here? Yeah, here we go. Let's sell 169 bucks worth of Mitch. Watch what happens. This is 169 bucks worth, mind you, on a 130K market cap coin. Oh, there's actually someone who wanted to buy it. Usually, any sort of decent thing will crash it. And that's looking pretty good, actually. Oh, I found out why it spiked the other day. You're gonna laugh. The creator of this coin, I Draw Line, Mitch. He's one of the like main influencers in the meme space.
Yeah.
He created this coin. If you look at the coin, it's created by him. But he abandoned it and cheated his load early on, like before he hit the bonding curve. I sent him 1% of the supply, and all these dumbasses who follow him were like, "Fuck, Mitch Jones, I found his wallet address through Antoine, and
Mhm.
and then I sent him 1% of the supply for free. Didn't ask any money. And then all these dumbasses who follow his wallets were like, "Fuck, Mitch Jones, Mitch Coin, what the fuck?" And then this happened. So, and we couldn't work out why it was bumping. So, I think I'm gonna fucking do it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the harm?
I think I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
these small markets, these are the purest player versus player type things. The ones that I really like right now, this one I think is undervalued. I think Sigma has a nice price action. It's got a good cult. What you want to look specifically is this thing called holder scan, which is really, really useful. Look, in the last week, Retardio has added 2,060 new wallets, more than WIF.
Wow.
Retardio is accelerating faster than WIF. Sigma has added 1607 compared to WIF. Nigabot, let's have a look at you. You're a bit of a plateau there. Mitch, yeah, there's people selling out. Oh no, we had a big spike in there, and then they're just realizing they got fucked following Mitch. Popcat 4,678. That's a major coin now. Trump is doing way better than Tremp, which is why I sold Tremp. I also sold Fat Girlfriend. It just didn't look right to me. Billy doesn't look right. That's not the sort of accumulation you want to see. Brett looks a lot better. SPX looks a lot better. Crashout, brand new. Looks pretty good. 1,500 holders on. This is one I like as a new coin. And we want to look at the breakdown between, we don't want a small number of whales. We want a decent spread of things.
Some great info on this site.
Yeah, it's great info. It's really, 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 really very useful. And if we look at Crashout, this is one on Red Hot on. There's wallets that I track are going into this. The bubble map looks okay.
Would you send the token address of the Skibdi?
Sure. Okay, so to find the token address, we scroll down here and then click this, and I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat.
That's lovely.
Well, where's the chat?
I'm not sure advice with this coin, Scott.
Skibidi, I just bought 8 SOL worth. If you, you can't do technical analysis on these. You can't do technical analysis. All this is how many holders do they have? How fast are the holders growing? Who's selling out, and where are they getting listed? So this is a market cap of 200K. That's nothing, right? Like at $1 million market cap, could this run to $5 million market cap? Yeah, absolutely. Is it probably going to run to 100 million market cap? Probably fucking not. Like, what? You want to be taking out profits on the way. Yeah, there's a CTO. Let me post the link. These are just straight gambles. So the problem with these coins is that if anyone wants to dump, if we look at the top holders, top one is a liquidity provider. That's what you want to see. If any one of these 2.73, if any one of these guys with $4,000 was to dump it now, it would dump. And let's see, has anyone actually made any money? little bit, not much. No one's really making much money. Let's see if anyone sniped it. The sniper's got fucked. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see any big sniper profits. And I want to see the snipers all out. Yeah, I'm okay with this one.
Lovely.
Yeah. What else? Have you got more to doing? Because I got a couple more things I can look at.
Technical analysis wise, no.
Okay. So what are we seeing here?
What is floating to the top?
Mog, Popcat, Tau, Sui, Ina, Pendle. Those are the top ones. What do we see? Is there anything obvious?
Yeah, I mean, these are not great big like layer one coins, are they? You know,
They're the new hot girls on campus. Popcat is the new hot meme. Tau is the new hot AI coin. Sui is the new hot layer one, whatever. Ina is the new hot stable coin. Pendle is the new hot DeFi coin. What are we seeing? New game, new rules, new hotness. Okay, so good question. What if we make the chart more recent? Let's go back to DYDX had a massive move today. That's something I'd like to dig in a little bit. Was there any news on DYDX?
Oh, scan right now.
Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like a 500 million token unlock. A pump before a 500 million token unlock.
That doesn't make sense.
16 days, more than 500 million worth of tokens to early investors, core team members.
Do you have one of those tennis racket things for killing mosquitoes and flies at your house, Ian?
Yeah, I do, man. I am an absolute goddamn fucking ninja with it as well.
My wife, she just goes nuts with that, and I've got a fly that's fucking annoying me. I'm like, where's the fucking tennis racket?
Oh, just a slaughter fest, non.
Yeah. She gets so happy when she's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
This one looks interesting to me. Let's take a look at ape. It also went. I mean, that's just nuts. There was some ape chain thing, but there was some rumors of a wallet drainer, so I didn't want to click on any links to do with it. INJ looks okay. Solana looks okay. Tau looks great. Nia looks pretty good. Sui, couldn't get a better chart than that. That looks great. FTM, great. Popcat, great. Pepe, great. That's a great looking chart. I mean, everything looks great to me.
It really does. It really does. I was just scrambling around to find a link to James's article, Stop Trying to Play Tennis Against Djokovic, because I thought at this point in the market, it's worth just thinking about the type of trader that you are, which can be governed by like the amount of experience that you've got. So this article of James's, Stop Playing Tennis Against Djokovic, the nut of this article is playing games which you can win, and then he goes into details as to what these games are. But you could say that you can get paid to do things that other people don't want to do. So if we were to take a coin like Woo and look at it on the monthly charts, we can see that we're still 7x away from old all-time highs that show up to about $1. But Woo's been at like $1.98 before. That's a 14x if we get back to old all-time highs with
And I
Woo.
thought it was undervalued then.
And yeah, exactly, right? So once we get into, if we get into price discovery with Woo, then you're looking at 25, you're looking at huge returns, right? But what's the game and what's the price you have to pay? Well, the game is when the market has been just where it's been, that's when you're buying. Like it's easy for people to say these things like, buy low, sell high, or blood in the streets, or whatever. But it's actually during these times that have just occurred that you got to be there handing over your money, going, motherfucker, I'm riding this all the goddamn way, right? So right now, I'm positioned in a way I never thought I'd be. I never thought I'd see 11 cents woo again. I'm just like, now the game now is I do nothing. There's still a year to go. And then towards the end of the game, it's about dollar cost averaging out of my position, maybe 20% at a time. I'm not trying to time the top. I'll
So
leave
a nice framework for this is every time you feel like bragging about it, you sell 25% of what you have left. Every time you feel like posting on social media about it, sell 25%. Like James tells me, if it's good enough to brag about, bro, it's good enough to sell some. And that's been absolute at any time you shop for real estate. This is a big one. Shopping for real estate with the money I'm going to make from my coins, you sell 25% right on the fucking spot. Like,
I'm thinking to build the house. It's take profit time.
well, I took profits in March to build my house, and my house is fucking awesome.
Exactly.
I'm so
it's like
happy doing that.
It's and this, it's like if you make one trade on Woo and then you dollar cost average into it and you just relax and you listen to everybody telling you that they've got this magic bean that will do this magic thing, and you just make your way through this and you get to the other end and you walk away with a significant lump of money, you've won. You've totally won. And then the next cycle, you are just going to clean up like a Hoover because you've
Okay,
been.
so here's something I want to show you guys. This is the trading volume per DEX. Hyperliquid was brand new. Hyperliquid is doing 4 times its nearest competitor, which is DYDX version 4.
Wow.
The others aren't even in the race. GMX, Drift, which is the VC one, Vertex, RabbitX, Quenta, Apollo X, MUX, Perpetual Protocol. It's doing $203. Perpetual Protocol is doing $203 in volume. We've got winners. We've got the Hyperliquid airdrop coming. Who's getting some of the Hyperliquid airdrop? Can we post a link for that? Because I'm getting it. Everyone should be getting it.
Yep, we should be on the Airdrop Express.
I'll show you the new house when it comes out of the ground. They're just doing that earthworks on it now. It's just finishing rainy season here. It's pretty fucking dope. If you imagined cabin porn on the water in a beautiful tropical garden in Thailand, that's what it is. Cabin porn. Small house. Apartment-sized house, but it's like, the front window is like 2 meters from the water.
It's the kind of place a retired hitman would live.
Yeah, it's got real John Wick house vibes.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cool. You don't know how hard you need to spend like 57 million baht on a 240 square meter house in Thailand.
Yeah. Right.
What'd you spend on your house? Like 1 million, 2 million?
The very first house, probably a lot less than that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, well, yeah, it's a long story that doesn't need to be told right now.
We do what we have to do, man. The gangster is a man who puts food on the table for his family, no matter what.
Exactly.
We're keeping it gangster around here, guys. Look, I don't have anything more to say. Everything looks great. Memes look good. Don't sell your Retardio. It's going to be a standout win for this cycle. It's got 10x from here minimum. Every day I see more real world shit from Retardio. Like every day there's a casino, I saw a great Billboard for Retardio. Check out this for a billboard. Can't stop betting non-stop. Retardio Casino can help. And the memes, like most memes aren't funny after you see them a couple of times. Like that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. It's just so disgusting.
Mm.
This is going to be the one, dude. I kid you not. You got some, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we're seeing the real world evidence that it's outpacing all the others in terms of like people are coming into this 18, 20 new wallets last week, 18, 20 new holders in WIF in the last week, and 2,064 in Retardio. That should not be happening. You should not, a week out of the election, have twice as many new Retardio holders as Trump holders. You should not. Popcat is the top performing coin worldwide, period. We've got half the new things. Like, you know, it's like it's got a life of its own. It's yeah.
It has. Yeah.
It is.
Great. So phase one of this breakout is complete.
Oh, Perry, good question. Doge. Fucking love Doge. Let me do this. It's Doge's time again. And I think I was waiting for a pullback to buy, but I ain't getting no fucking pullback.
Mm.
I mean,
Doge is often seen as the leader, isn't it? You know, once Doge.
well, Doge has, let's have a look. $212,000. Like, it's a lot. You know, there's people buying it again. All right, guys. I think that's all I got for today.
All right, nice one. Thanks, Scott. See you,
See you, brother.
everyone.